Emma, Adhima, Adhima,
Hmm.
Adhima.
Yes, yes, my chela.
Do you think we will finally win Miss Best in National Costume at Miss Universe? Emma, Adhima, Adhima.
Yes, my chela.
Do you think we will ever win the Miss National Costume at Miss Universe?
Adema is pure and pious. Anything is possible.
Yeah!
छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन ज़मीं आसमां ऊंची छू गया झूमता गगन मेरे झूम ले जहां ये कैसा नशा प्यार का समा वही समा झूमे आसमां होश तो खोले प्यार तू ले ले संग मेरे झूम जा कैसा नशा होश है कहाँ होश तो खोले प्यार तू ले ले संग मेरे झूम जा
Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. We are the Pageant Gurus, and as you guessed it, this is the review of the Miss India National Costume competition from the beginning, since we can remember it, for the Miss Universe pageant. And Guru and I have been super excited to do this one because we love national costume, and although we've nailed it, we've also bombed many times. So this is an amazing episode. Sit back, relax, get yourself a cup of tea or whatever that you like, and just enjoy what's coming up next. All right, over to you, Guru.
It's a very chilled out, it's a very easy, breezy, relaxed episode. But let's not forget the importance of national costumes. It represents our pride, it represents how creative we can get. And I think this is one place where all contestants are able to showcase the creativity of their nations. And it's truly what makes Miss Universe global. You know, it makes a place where beauties, creativity, cultures all come together in one place. And I think national costumes are beautifully representing that very ethos. So, first question to you, Emma. How many times do you think India has actually won the best national costume at Miss Universe?
You know, honestly, I think once. I can't remember. Honestly, I think twice.
Go on.
Thrice?
Or stop. Just thrice.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I mean, our culture is so beautiful. The amount of states we have, it's so diverse and colorful. And just 3 times, no. We need to do something about this.
And when was the last time we won?
Was it?
When I was 4 years old.
When I was also 4 years old, 1984. Oh my God.
1984.
Wow. You know what? I think we need
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think it's been a long while. And it's going to get crazy at El Salvador. You know, the Latinas are going to bring it on with the best costumes. They're going to go crazy. They're going to pull out all the stops. It's going to be vibrant. And yeah, you never know what's going to happen. So I think we need to give more consideration into national costume. Don't you think, Guru?
Absolutely, Emma. And it's the right time, you know. It's the time when the organization is looking for ideas, where it's looking for who should be, you know, given this opportunity. So we thought this is the right time. We've just crowned our queen last week. So it's not too much time before it's going to be Miss Universe season full on.
Yep.
So, guys, what I've done this time is Emma has been not in the loop, and I've kept it a secret for the viewers and for Emma as well. What we're going to do now is something very interesting. From the year 2000 onwards, I've taken all the Miss Indias who have represented us at the Miss Universe competition and a picture of what they basically wore for the Miss Universe National Costume Competition. We're going to allude to a framework. I'm a big admirer of frameworks. So this framework is called Wimpy's. No, it's not about the burger joint that we always used to have. So we're going to look at and critique each of these from 5 different aspects. W, was it worthy for the Miss Universe stage? I, was it Indian enough?
Ooh.
What was the meaning behind it? Okay. P, what was the performance? And Y is there are some
Did it have the
costumes, the moment you see them, you've got it. We've nailed it. So it's basically the wimpy approach. So each of these costumes is going to be showcased.
All right, guys, this is it. Wimpy. Is it worthy? Was it Indian? Did it have good meaning? How was the performance? And did it have the yes factor? Oh, wow. Okay, so this is it, guys. Guru, take it away.
Are you excited?
Very excited. What's coming up next? I'm so excited.
Okay. So it doesn't stop there, guys. So what we'll do is further to that, we'll rank each of our beauties and the creations. And basis that, we are going to tag them either as India's pride, which is like up there. Then, yes, we love it. Then third is possible. The fourth is boring, yon. And the last is 1, 2, 3.
Are you serious? Oh, I'm excited, girl. Let's start. Okay, so
let's move to the next slide. So we've seen 1, 2, so many of them actually. There was only 1 year, there was only 1 year where there was no national costume for the Indian delegate. Can you imagine? It was in the year 2011. It was during the time I.M. Sheera was there, where Sushmita Sen was the national director of sending the delegate. And it was held in Sao Paulo in Brazil, and I was there, and it was very sad that we could not have the national costume because it got stuck in the customs for more than a month, and they had to do the recording, and we just could not see the final national costume.
Who was the contestant in 2011?
Basuki.
I am sad. I'm excited. I mean, gosh, we need to really step up now. I mean, India is amazing. Our fashion, our art, our painting, every single thing about India, the rich history should. I mean, I'm shocked. I mean, 84 is that what we won? I mean, it's really sad. I think national costume is a big deal, and I think they should focus on it. And I do feel that they're doing everything else and not putting too much focus on it. This is what's happening.
I do think they are, but it's not yielding the right result.
It's just a lehenga. I mean, if you see the pictures, all of them are lehengas or saris or lehengas or saris, and just a different interpretation of that. Even the Soni ki Chiriya lehenga with just wings. So.
Okay. Emma, hold on to your this. What do you think, before we actually start into the competition, in recent times, we saw a national costume and there is a special mention. Yes, it was not from Universe, but it definitely was a costume that was memorable, not for the right reasons. It was in our top 10 funny moments in pageantry. Definitely have a look at it. But we'll also put a snippet of it before we start. Have a look. Okay.
Girl, this is like, she's just picked up, she's gone to some place, these costume shops, picked up the Ramleela costume and just put boots in it. My God, hideous. What? I mean, are you serious? Are you serious?
So the year 2000, let's start with our own Miss Universe, the year when we won Miss Universe, and we also bagged the second runner-up costume award. So Lara Datta looking splendid in a creation by Ritu Kumar. Beautiful costume. The judges that time were completely amazed. Amazed. I'm not sure whether she was first runner-up or second runner-up, but she was in the top three. There was Zimbabwe, and there was Mexico as well. So being part of the top three, great achievement. The judges were completely enamored by looking at the fabrics, the weave, the design. It was really very, very intricate, and I think that's what really Indian textile and its heritage is all about.
Yeah.
The motifs, the patterns, the way there were multiple layers of the dupatta, the mang tika, the jewelry, all of that was really very well blended. So
Yeah.
very, very good creation. What do you think, Emma?
I did love it. It was very beautiful. I don't know why she didn't get it, but I think it's just kind of, we've seen, I think maybe the judges have also kind of seen the same look from India, I mean, Aishwarya Rai wore a similar thing, but it was more, I don't know, what's that costume called? Yeah, it was like when the Tandav dancers wear, the Tandav dancing, you wear that costume. It was like that, but it's the same thing, the blouse and something with the dupatta. Although they were not recognized, Ritu Kumar being one of the top designers at the time, so it was also showcasing their work, how intricate each embroidery work was or whatever. But here's what I want to see. I want it to be a little theatrical. I don't want it to mean literally India, like a sari or a lehenga. I like it when it gets extravagant. I like it when it represents something about the country which is just not very obvious. What do you think about that?
Yes, so I believe in the earlier days, in the 2000s, the whole national costume was taken literally. So it's a costume that is worn by women. So they went with that. So you'll see saris, you'll see lehengas, and very little, variations of that. But if you look at now, costume competition has become more like a heritage. There'll be people dressed up as temples. There'll be people dressed up as gods and goddesses, as folk tales. Proper temples they'll become. So it's far gone beyond just the ethos of what a national costume is. It's more of presentation, it's more of anything that could be representing that country, not just a costume. So I think that's how we've seen the evolution of the contest. And so if you had to rate the year 2000 between the five of them, which one would you gravitate towards?
I think I would rank it India's Pride, because she was gorgeous, and I think her personality nailed the entire look, brought it all together, and it didn't overpower her because she was such an amazing contestant that year, and she was shining the brightest. So I think it was the aura and the personality that made that entire thing made it look really, really beautiful. So it's India's Pride for me.
Agreed. After 1984, it's in the year 2000 that we actually got recognized for it. And it was a costume. It showed the intricacies of our culture, and she carried it very, very, regally. So definitely India's Pride, Lara Datta. Let's move on to the year 2001, when Selina Jaitley wore another lehenga designed by Ritu Kumar again. And this time it was more of a bridal look. So you see completely she's in red. Didn't place anywhere, but I do like it. It made her look so beautiful, so feminine, so Indian. For me, she was also very nice, but I would say I loved it. But not India's pride for me, but I loved it. What about you?
I remember that look. But it was too busy for me. It was too much going on, and I think she had all these bangles and all this sort of. I think it was too much, and even though in the evening gown she was wearing something on her hair, and it was
evening gown. Let's not even go there.
I think she had this thing of over embellishing herself. So if it was possible for me, honestly, it felt itchy. Like I would be itchy wearing that. So it was just possible for me. It was just less is more. It was way too much. So I think she overdid it, and I didn't like that. So possible for me.
Next, we come to the year 2002, and it was our very own Femina Miss India mentor, Neha Dhupia. So again, another lehenga, again by our very talented Ritu Kumar. But it by this year it became
mundane.
just the
I
same.
think, yeah,
Yeah. It was boring for me.
Yeah,
it became boring.
Yeah, for me, Guru, that was also boring. Very boring. I don't even remember it. It was so dull. So yeah.
True. So let's move on to the year 2003, where we had Nikita Anand representing us at Miss Universe. The color, definitely different. It was deep red and deep green, and she had a bit of flower arrangement in her, on her head. Not a fan at all. Boring as hell. I'm so sorry.
I don't even remember this. Yeah, so forgettable. Nothing. Yeah, very forgettable. Boring for me as well.
Okay. Let's move to the year 2004, where our very own Tanushri Datta was there, and I loved her performance actually. Otherwise, the dress was just the same, but if you look at the way she carried the dupatta on both her hands and she went round and round and round, I think that the theatrical performance made her enter into the top 10 of the best national costume that year. So for that, I would say that I kind of made it possible to, I loved it. It was that area, but that's about it.
Possible for me too.
Next is the year 2005, when we have Amrita Thapar. She was wearing the same Ritu Kumar in another color, which is blue.
Contract with Ritu Kumar, and Ritu Kumar bored me a lot, honestly. Her colors were very dull. I don't know. It just... You like this one?
It's just the same old thing. So for me, again, it became boring.
Yeah, boring.
So it is what it is. Let's move to the next year, 2006, where we had Neha Kapoor. Here again, this was not, I don't know, I think it was Ritu Kumar or it was somebody else, but there was something different because of the colors. It had red, it had pink, it had a bit of gold. So it was nice the way the cut was. You could see her midriff much more prominent compared to earlier Ritu Kumar lehengas. So again, it was nice, but I don't think she worked it enough. So for me, it was again possible.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Becoming a very boring. This is becoming a very boring episode. 2007 again. I think this was quite boring. She doesn't know how to carry it properly. For me, Pooja Gupta was boring.
Boring as well. Right, 2008. What
2008, same ditto copy. Again, Ritu Kumar, boring. I'm sorry, I'm just yawning. 2009 was interesting because the color was different. It was Ekta Chaudhary, and she wore black and red, and I think she did a good performance. So for me, that was possible. I'm sorry, even then it's possible. I'm not being nitty gritty, but it's just that if we need to do something great, we need to own it up, right? 2010, Ushoshi Sengupta was the year 2010 when Sushmita Sen took over the franchisee. And this time they went for a different look. If you see, it's again blue, but the whole theme was around the peacock. It's not the peacock, it's the peacock.
Yeah, I think it was possible. It
was possible.
Yeah.
So it got a lot of backlash. The house was divided. Some of them loved that they've gone beyond just the normal lehenga, but the execution was quite okay. Year 2011 is like, definitely, are you serious?
2012.
2012, again Ritu Kumar, same, different color, green and whatever. I think then IMC took over in the year 2013. And from there, you can clearly see new energy being put into the competition.
Yeah.
So let's start with contestant in the year 2013, Mansi Moghe. This was designed by Monica and Karishma. And the whole theme was the Princess of Ladakh. So I think that was something that's interesting. It talked about, the whole existing of Buddhism, the Gompas, the spirituality, the fortification of lineage, learning and sadhana. It was done very interestingly. She did a good job of carrying it as well. So for me, this was quite lovable after the last almost decade of seeing the same thing. What about you? And there was a headdress as well, which is quite unique. It looked like the feathers of the peacock.
I liked it. I did. I think I would say I loved it, but I guess it was a bit of a change. So I loved it.
Move to 2014. 2014, we finally came into the top 5 of the best national costume. Thank you, Noinita Lodh. And this costume was designed by Neeta Lulla, along with Tejas Yojani, giving all the accessories. Proper Durga Ma feel, you could feel the whole with the mukut, with the backdrop, with the kaliras, with the diyas.
It was very pretty. I think I loved it. It was.
Okay, 2015 was Urvashi Rautela's Apsara look. What do you think about it?
I loved it. It was, I don't know why people did not, but I loved it. It was nice that what she was holding, that she looked beautiful. I loved it. Honestly, she looked beautiful. It was very different, and I was happy to see something.
And she carried it well. As well. So for me, again, it was love you. I loved it moment.
I loved it moment, definitely. All right, what's next?
Let's move to 2016. Roshmita Harimurthy.
Oh my God.
Of traditional theatre that combines dance, music, and elaborate styles. Again, it was by K. Krishnamurthy and Melvin Dominic Nerona. There were two who designed it. I believe this just got lost in translation. It was, sorry to say, a disaster.
It was a serious moment for me. It was horrible. She was uncomfortable. She did not know what she was doing. She did not represent the costume. You gotta feel the energy of what you're wearing, and she had none of it, and it showed on her face. And we have made
uncomfortable.
We made funny jokes on this. Look at our earlier videos, you'll find it. Nah, absolutely an serious moment for us.
Let's move to 2017. This time it was Shraddha Shashidhar, again by Melvin Nerona as well, looking like Radha. Loved the costume, but she did not perform. She didn't even walk to the whole stage, through the stage. That was quite... she lost out on an opportunity, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's boring.
So for me, it was very
possible. Mess up like that. You can't mess up on stage like that.
It was very possible. It could have been done better.
Yeah.
Let's move to 2018. Nehal Chudasama. And here we see she becoming Rani Rudramati. She had this huge sword for the first time, and she was carrying this whole throne on her back, which was more than 40 kgs, I believe. So
I think that
amazing performance. She put India back on stage. For me, this was actually India's pride.
This was India's pride. I remember this, and I loved it. So, and she was fierce. So she's like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
She was there to
I love
conquer
that attitude of hers. Yeah, very beautiful, positive attitude. Loved it, and it showed. India's pride, sweetheart. All right. What's next?
Next is Vartika Singh talking about the Indian female warrior. Loved the lehenga, but she did not wear it the correct way. Not the lehenga, but the thing that was behind her. For me, it was just about okay.
It was okay for me as well. Yeah, it was just the same
Let's
boring.
Move to the year. All right, so Emma, what about next? This was the year 2020, the year of the pandemic, and we had our wonderful delegate Adeline Castellano represent us. Yes, it was not elaborate, it was not fancy, but it truly represented the Indian woman, the sari, and what a wonderful color in pink. What do you think about it?
I absolutely loved it. It was elegant, it was classy, it was minimalistic, and she nailed it. And you know, when you are wearing the sari, you don't need to do much with it. It's a statement by itself, and I think that's what she was going for. And I loved it. I think that is India's pride, because the sari is my favorite dress of all time. I mean, oof, it's just nothing can be more feminine than a sari, at least for me. So it's India's pride for me, Guru.
20 yards, I don't know how many yards of cloth wrapped around, looking so sexy, looking so powerful, ethereal. Talked about the whole lotus.
Yes.
I do believe the whole costume had a part which was not shipped properly because of COVID. There was a lotus element, but the sari's color with, you know, our national flower, which is the lotus, representing our spirituality and knowledge. So loved it. Definitely India's pride.
Yes,
Let's
right.
move to another India's pride, the year 2021, Harnaaz Kaur Sandhu. And she's wearing Abhinav Mishra's costume, which is basically, again, a lehenga, but this time with the prop of an umbrella, talking about the power of women, the protection. What did you think about the whole costume and the performance?
I think the performance was fantastic. The costume is like, we have seen lehengas before, and it was a slightly different color, but Harnaaz was amazing with it, with the umbrella. We have not seen an umbrella on stage, and it was gorgeous. I loved her energy, the way she was like, you know, doing this, and then she's like, this is me, and you know, very powerful, very regal. I loved it. For me, it's I loved it. Definitely a loved it moment. I would not say India's pride, but I loved it.
I think for me, it was a love it kind of costume, but her performance made it India's pride. You know, I know there were certain elements to the fact that, you know, you can't have a royal queen and then still holding her own umbrella.
Yeah. It's
the blouse was a bit ill-fitting, but I think whatever was there, she made it up by her performance, holding that umbrella, and that was heavy, guys. Holding that umbrella, still doing her, you know, moves, plus having the face, having the smile. You know, many times we see people doing, or contestants doing their presentation, but because of the weight of the costume or anything, it shows on their face. It shows
on their face, like Roshmita as well, because it showed that she's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. So she nailed that. So I think for that, she is and will always be India's pride.
I'm telling you, India's pride. Yes, she's India's pride for me. All right.
Last but not the least, we have our Sone Ki Chidiya, Devita, again by Abhinav Mishra. Here again, it's gold. Love the fact that they tried to make it into a fusion thing with the bird and calling it the Sone Ki Chidiya. For me, I loved it. What about you, Emma?
It was honestly possible for me. I'll tell you why. Because it's the same lehenga with just wings, and I saw so many wings on stage, and Ukraine also had wings. Yeah. And when it came to the gold look, I was completely wowed by Evelyn Khalifa, Miss Bahrain. So when she came out with the gold, I was like, oh baby, that is a regal gold look. So I was like, and I'm not really crazy about Evelyn, yeah. And I wanted Devita in top 3 with Evelyn. So my gold look went to Evelyn. So Devita, you deserved a better color. I don't know, the gold did not go with her for some reason. I felt a brighter color would have made her pop, you know. So I think the color was all wrong. The execution of the garment was fantastic. So for that, I would say a loved it moment, because it was a very intricate dress, no doubt, and it took hours and days and months, I guess, to make. So yeah, it was a loved it for me.
So we've discussed enough about the past. What about 2023?
Oh, I'm not sure what they're going to do with 2023. I do wish that if you guys have been following the Mrs. India Inc. competition, we have nailed Miss National Costume. And Eddie Jasmine has been the designer behind this amazing, elaborate works of art, and we have won it. I would like us to have more theatrical, extravagant, three-dimensional looks to the national costume stage. It's been more than almost 40 years that we haven't won it. Guru, we have to win it.
Not acceptable. At
Nope.
least be noticed.
Yes.
So I think that's important, especially since it's happening in El Salvador. They're going to bring all the bells and whistles. It's all going to be a huge Latina
Latinas
carnival.
are going to be tough to beat
So-
this year. It's going to be absolutely aggressive, the competition, very aggressive competition. The girls have got a lot coming their way, and they're going to pull out all the stops in the national costume, and every look they're going to try and nail it. So we need to step up to it. Miss Diva organization, you've been fantastic, but if you're watching, contact Jasmine, please. We need to be somewhere in national costume, and we need to
need to be up
really step up with our
Yeah.
styling. Our styling has gone down, and we saw it with Divita, so we need to really pick up the pace now. I mean, we can't go like this anymore, and I think we can win it. If we can win it, it's because of the fact
We
that
should.
you have prepped her, you have trained her, you have shocked us, and we're gonna be amazed hopefully when we see her. So let's see. Guru, what do you think?
No, I believe so. I believe Shweta is in the right hands. We do believe in the power of the Diva organization. A bit of fine tuning, a bit of recalibration, and we can definitely be noticed on the universe stage when it comes to national costumes as well. So, guys, that was our quick and interesting discussion around national costumes. Which one do you think was the best in the last 22 years? Do tell us. Give us your comments, feedback, share, like, subscribe, put that bell notification on, because we'd love you to know that we love you all. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful evening. It was a pleasure. And Emma,
So guys, thank you so much for comments and criticism. We love it. We are pageant crazy people since we can remember. So you will see a lot of passion coming out in our views, our point of views, and our opinions. But we love you engage with us. So, well, having said that, subscribe and share this as well. Do tell us, which national costume do you think was best and probably boring, or are you serious moment for you? Let us know what you think, and let us know what you would want to see Shweta Sharda do this time in the Miss Universe pageant. So yeah,
Emma,
yeah.
I'm hungry. But on that thing, I just thought, why can't we have a food-inspired costume like dal makhani?
Jalebi bhai.
Jalebi!
Jalebis. I was eating a jalebi and I love jalebis. Guys, you like jalebis? What if she came like a big golden
Jaleba.
jalebi? Wow, jaleba. Yeah, I think that would be amazing.
With the jalebi vibe, sound behind.
Music. Yeah, I totally love jalebis, guys. Don't you love
We
jalebis?
got an idea for you, Miss Diva.
Come on. It could be fun. I think it could be fun, and it could be, because a lot of them
We
come like
want
rice
food.
cakes, and
We
I
want
think
food.
Vietnam came like sushi
Vietnam
or
does
something.
that.
Yeah, the
Heroes,
rice,
yes.
steamed rice. Why can't we do it? I think
Let's do it. Let's do it.
food
Let's
would
go
be
crazy.
amazing. God, so guys, tell us what you think about this ridiculous idea, but we love it. So do share with us your views. And well, stay safe, and we're gonna see you soon with another amazing series which Guru and I are gonna come up with. Wait for it. And well, we'll catch you then. Mwah!
Ah.
Bye.